Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Renegade Operative here, and welcome to my first impressions of the Battlefield 1 open beta. I'd like to start off by saying I really lucked out this time around and got a code just in the nick of time, just as the beta started. As a word of advice, I will fully recommend signing up for betas as soon as they are announced. It's a really great incentive to try out more games, and I will try them out more often in the future so I can have more coverage of these games as they are announced. Now, moving on, let's talk Battlefield 1. I don't have a distinctive knowledge of the previous games outside of Battlefield 4, which is already kind of sketchy on my memory because I rarely played it. However, I will say this game, Battlefield 1, is a technical marvel to behold as far as the graphics go. DICE did an amazing job of going above and beyond Battlefield 4 to make this game look as crisp as humanly possible. The sandstorm displayed on the map of the Sinai Desert looks absolutely amazing in motion. The small little details like the buttons on your character's coat are noticeable by design. It's subtle things like that that makes Battlefield 1 feel alive, and it only serves to get more hectic and better when you witness the environmental destruction, the amazing fire effects, along with the massive explosions, and they're all handled well on the Frostbite engine, which only serves to take the game to another step visually as far as graphics go. I will say, performance-wise, this game was a little wishy-washy, which was the problem that either fell on the beta or the driver update itself more than anything. Playing this day one at 60 FPS was smooth and fantastic, but the day after left some glaring frame rate dips as far as it goes on the PC version. Now, before anyone does question if I updated my NVIDIA drivers or not, yes, I did update my NVIDIA drivers, which promised to optimize Battlefield 1 in that particular update, but to no avail. After only applying that update the second day, that's where I got the frame drops. I'm not sure if it was that or the game itself, but I did uninstall and reinstall. I wish I could have played this on 60 FPS, but all I could get was a stable 30. So let's hope, let's pray that the full game is well optimized for the PC at launch. The gameplay is what you come to expect from Battlefield standards. Usually, you'll spawn in a player character with a class to your particular liking. These range from support to medic classes, which will be vital to your teammates on the battlefield. You'll also get a variety of weapons in that class that is relative to the World War I time period. So expect things like old-fashioned pipe grenades and bolt-action sniper rifles to put a bullet in the competition. Now, the main question you might be asking me is a vital one. Is Battlefield 1 fun to play? The simple answer is, it's okay, it's above average, and certainly you might consider the time period archaic in favor of all the high-tech goodies that you got in Battlefield 4. There's a few problems that I noticed while playing this beta that I do think in the long run EA and DICE need to address, like the inconsistent bullet drop when it came to aiming the sniper rifle, massive tanks getting stuck on thin pieces of wood and not moving, the weird camera repositioning that happened while aiming, and most of all, the most hilarious glitch happened to me just a few days ago, and it's happening to everyone, where you spawn in without a gun, and when you look at someone else that spawned in without a gun, you can see that they're not holding a weapon in their hand, despite appearing to hold a weapon in their hand. Is absolutely ridiculous, and it's something that needs to be fixed. We have the time to tell EA and voice our message and let it be heard that there's stuff that needs to be addressed with Battlefield 1. I'm not even going to get into all the issues that happen with the servers constantly crashing and going down, but yeah, this is a big cause for concern because you don't want the game to turn out like this on launch. Now, if we were to factor out all these problems just for a second, right? Without all these problems at its core, Battlefield 1 can still be a good time because you have so many options to precisely attack and defend your objectives. It's still a war of patience and rewarding teamwork, and there's even some mechanics that got facelifted from Battlefront, like the third-person camera angles that you can now implement with the R3 button. There's some better vehicle handling as well, so all the vehicles don't feel too stressful to ride around in and kill attackers. There's also some small additions as well, like horseback riding that I really like, and some awesome new weapons to wield like the flamethrower. In closing, the gameplay has some shining rays of light, some positivity that I really liked, hampered only by some issues that needs to be fixed if they want their metagame to last for a long time without frustration. The way the snipers also work in this game is very annoying. It just enforces camping, which I think will lead to certain playstyles happening each match and becoming way too frequent and not being fun in the long term. Also, it enforces a lack of variety because now everyone is cropping up as a sniper, and I think that this map in particular really didn't solve the problem much because there's really a big open world with this map, but there's a lack of cover. I hope every map is not like this. I hope that every playstyle is not like this. Otherwise, it's just going to be boring. It's going to be Battlefield, the Camp Fest. Just pitch up a tent, grab a sniper rifle, and boom, you're good to go. The game types were really nothing special. If you played one match of domination before, then you probably played them all. You probably know what to expect by now when it comes to conquest, which is capturing all the objectives over an elongated period of time. Rush is another objective-based mode that cuts the time in half, but you have to attack or defend your point of operations from being blown up by intruders. I'm sure the full game will have a lot more to toy with as it develops, but you know what I want the most? Airplane battles, dogfights. Bring 'em in. The sound design is pretty stellar. The occasional war theme that pops in and fades out throughout the background menus gives you a good sense to prepare for battle. The grunts, screams when you crash a plane, and whenever you beat someone over the head with a steel pipe just brings a bit of a visceral punch when it comes to trekking through the landscape. Overall, this game is still in beta, so I'll leave the appropriate forum in the description for you guys to check out so you can leave your grievances and positive feedback and let DICE know your voice matters. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my Battlefield 1 first impressions, and you all take care and have a great day. Peace.